touch. You got the touch.
This is Stan Bush, and this epic video from Optibotimus truly has the touch.
Video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the new Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Smokescreen. A character that so many people were looking forward to is finally here in terms of a Hasbro release. Now, we got a Smokescreen before, which was just a white repaint of Knockout that came out in the Arms Micron line. And a lot of people were thinking that's the only way we're going to get him. Well, lo and behold, Hasbro had something planned for us. Really very cool. He's got an Electronet launcher, which is this right here, and then he's got this armor. And it's already been revealed that the armor can actually be removed from him. So you don't even have to have that. That's a wonderful touch. I'm absolutely thrilled that that's included on there. You come around here to the side, and you got his tech specs. Obviously, a courage of a 9. Very courageous little guy. And an intelligence of an 8. I mean, he's an intelligence officer, so you would think he'd be halfway intelligent. But I'm really loving the way this guy looks. I'm a little on the fence with his arms. I'm hoping that they look a little bit better than what they're here. Maybe there's a way to reposition those or something, but we'll see. Then you come around in the back. You've got the Autobots from Season 1 and 2. You got, of course, the IDW little code thingy. Join Transformers Online. You got his robot mode, his sports car mode. And it says this Autobot trickster strikes quickly, then disappears behind the black puff of magnetic smoke. Magnetic smoke? What? That doesn't even make sense, guys. Then you come around here, you see the other figures that are in the wave, as well as Transformer Collector Club. But this is definitely the figure that a lot of people were looking forward to with this particular wave, and here he is, one of the most anticipated characters, and really rightly so, because I mean he's such a prevalent character now in Season 2 and such, and leading into Season 3. That rightly so, we get a Hasbro version of this toy. I never had any doubts. I knew we would at some point in time get this guy, but there you have him. So let's get him open and see how cool he actually is. Now, before we get to the actual figure itself, we're going to take a look at the Tales of the Beast Hunters, Chapter 10, which is a continuation from Bulkhead, which was Chapter 9. As you can see, you got Smokescreen in a nice image. You got a weird kind of vat here that maybe it explains what's going on, and then it has his Electronet launcher. Generates a shadow field that makes Smokescreen very hard to see or target, delivers powerful bioelectric shocks to his enemies. It can also be used as an electrified axe. Okay, I guess. That's still kind of weird. But the most important thing is the story. Now, coming down here to the bottom, it says, with Bumblebee injured and Bulkhead near total shutdown, it's up to Smokescreen to discover where these new and dangerous Predacons are coming from. Luckily, the Autobot Trickster is also a capable spy, and soon he finds himself creeping through the shadows of a remote Decepticon lab. At first, he thinks the place is abandoned. Then he discovers a room lined with large glass chambers, each one filled with a strange, murky liquid and the vague outline of a beastly machine. Satisfied that he's discovered exactly what Optimus Prime needs to know, he turns to leave, only to find Shockwave blocking his way. You should not have come here, the Decepticon scientist says, raising his laser cannon. And you can see that it continues with Chapter 11, Voyager-class Shockwave. Absolutely very cool. Alright guys, so here we have Smokescreen open up and out of its packaging, and obviously in his vehicle mode. Now, right now you see him completely armored up, or beast huntered up, I suppose. This is his gun. It just pegs into the little hole here at the top. One thing that I do actually kind of miss, I miss the gimmick where they would have a hole that when you would push it down, there'd be a spring to bring it back up, because that was really cool. And it sucks that they've gotten away from doing those kind of things. So here's his gun. We're going to talk about his accessories first of all. You can shoot it. Wait, I think you can shoot it. Yeah, there we go. So it shoots, and it's got this net. Now, or you can just have this missile and it shoots a whole lot better. This net is a very soft rubber, which it's there's nothing wrong with it. One thing that's actually kind of cool is you can kind of see that it looks like it's designed that you can flip this together and actually kind of bring this these two halves, like, because you can see a little groove right here, and then this is a little notch. So it's like you can bring these two halves together and kind of lock them together like so, and you kind of have like a little net sort of thing that you can capture someone with, I guess. I don't know if that's originally what they intended it for, but I think it's fairly cool. Now, some people don't particularly like it, but it's not bad. I mean, it's a missile with a little net thing on there. I mean, come on, it's not that big of a deal. And now this is his armored up mode. Now, unlike a lot of the other deluxe figures, this guy has something that's completely different. This completely peels off and it leaves a very clean, normal looking vehicle mode. And again, the same kind of rubber plastic that is used on the net is used on this. I mean, this is super flexible. Flippity floppity, flippity flippity. I mean, really cool. But honestly, I could care less about it because I just want Smokescreen. And this is the figure that I was waiting for. I never got the Arms Micron one because I really thought that this character deserved his own mold. And I really did not like them using knockouts. Not that it looked all that bad, but when I looked at it, I just saw a white knockout. And that was absolutely terrible, in my opinion. This is absolutely what I was hoping for. Now, there's a lot of details on here that are completely left off that Repro Labels really needs to get on this and really fix this up, especially, and we'll show it off more here, but there's this little faux chest. There's a lot of details that really need to be brought out on this guy to really make him a whole lot more accurate looking. I'm really kind of curious to see if Takara will release the AM version of this because, like I said, he does have the holes. They don't have the little spring thing in there, but you got the hole there, you got the hole there, hole right there. I mean, he's got the holes that you could use it, and they usually do give a better paint job, but I just really hope they make it a little bit more accurate. Very cool, very fast, very sleek looking, rolls very nicely. Obviously, I mean, he's a car, but you can see a lot of detail here on the back that's just completely omitted. Like tail lights, things like that. I mean, just so much on here just screams for more detail. But beyond that though, I love the look of this car. It's such a cool looking car mode. Now, getting these out of the way for right now, the biggest problem with this guy that a lot of people seem to have is the transformation on him is very fiddly. At least when you go by the official instructions on how to transform him. It's not very easy. But lo and behold, you guys have me to come to you and show you a little bit different way to transform, and that makes it a little bit easier to do. So first what you want to do, just take this back section, fold it down. Well, take this, kind of flop that forward, fold that down, just like so. It's already completely different than what we're doing. Then just come around here, loosen this, take this section, kind of pull this away. As you can see, it sort of tabs up underneath the door. Take that section, lift that up, pull this arm out, and then just kind of flop that around like so. Do that on this side as well. Untab from the side, lift, kind of separate this a little bit, lift this up, put it on the back, take the door, rotate that around. Now, a lot of times I tell people that transforming one way is easier than the other, and that's absolutely true with Smokescreen here. Going to the robot mode is actually fairly easy to do. It's going back into this car mode that's a little bit more complicated. So when you have it like that, take this section here, separate that, rotate that out to the side, take this bit right here, rotate this down, just kind of get his head out of the way, lift this bit, or take this section here, untab this, fold these windows down, just like so. Bring these arms, kind of straighten out his legs. Now you have groove sections here in between the rims on his tire that are going to slot in between that little tab right there. So just bring that in. I'll kind of keep the arm down a little bit more. And then get that up in there, just like so. Do that on this side as well. Keep that angled up. And then just kind of wiggle that in there. Come on. There we go. Line that up right in there like so. And then straighten out the head. And then you have this little section right here that it's going to peg into the bottom here. So just bring this up. Oh, and that detached. It's just on a hinge, so you can just kind of peg it back in there. But keep it like so, and then bring it up. And then just angle this back like so. Bring that up. and then bring these two halves kind of together like so. Then come around here to the front, straighten out these arms. You got the head right there, bring this up, and you have a little notch right here that's gonna have that peg go into it. Same thing with the little crest right here on the bottom part of his chin, that's gonna go in there. So just bring that up, line that up, that locks into place. Kind of angle these in a little bit more. The tires aren't pushed all the way in, but keep it just like so. Come around here to the front, rotate him at the waist all the way around. Bring the arms down, take these little side panels here, or roof panels, hood panels I should say, rotate those around to the back of his arm, like so. Kind of straighten out his arms like that. Take the legs, split them, then fold this section down. Do that on this side as well. Actually, you're supposed to lift this bit up and then fold it back. And then this little side panel here on the inside of his leg, that rotates down and around, and that tabs into place. Do that as well on that side, tabs into place. And here you have Smokescreen in his robot mode, and just getting him straightened out. You can see nice representation, much better I think than the AM ARM Micron version that we got previously. This is his actual character. This is him, and it's really not that bad of a figure at all. Now, while I say the figure is not that bad at all, it really isn't. It's a nice looking figure. Except there are some ridiculously bad problems with him. At least I personally think. Number one, look, his feet are absolutely terrible. It's like they should be on the other side. When you sit there and look at them, I mean, these just, they're completely wrong. It's a terrible design of his feet. I can't stand that. It's absolutely ugly. And it's not like they're reversed, because this is how they peg together for vehicle mode. I mean, they're supposed to be like that. They're just ridiculously, hideously, outwardly ugly looking feet. And I mean, they're big clown feet, which, I mean, that's not bad just in general. I mean, I can get used to that. But just the way that they are, they're just so incredibly ugly. Like I said, it really looks like they're on the wrong leg entirely. The other really bad thing is that the colors on this guy are insanely inaccurate. He does not have any blue on his head at all in the actual animation model. So why they decided to go with blue instead of the actual authentic color, which is red, is completely beyond me. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. And then the actual middle crest here shouldn't even be painted. That's white. It's these little bits up here along the side that are red, and then the sides that come down on him along his chin are also red. So if they're gonna paint it, why don't you paint it the right color? His chest could use more blue, like this entire middle section here. Like, you got this white along the side, it should be blue all the way to the end. There should be an Autobot logo here in the center. It's just, and then because it's so white, you lose a lot of the detail that's gonna be on him. Just zooming in so that you can see it, I mean, like I said, his face is very white and it's very plain. I probably wouldn't mind it all that much, like if the blue bits were actually painted red, as I said. Now, repro labels can easily come along and do a lot of special things here with the chest to really kind of fix it up. The big yellow lights, really, it's not too ugly because it matches with how the lights are here, but it's kind of inaccurate as well. They should just be kind of clear headlights with a turn signal on it. And then all this extra red, like on here, there is no red on his arms. There should be a little bit of red up on here just to kind of break things up. I believe it's like right here along this section right there. But also with his legs, I mean, the paint applications are just really terrible on this. I really am very disappointed in the paint apps. It's something that I said in my bulkhead video. It's like they blew their entire budget on that bulkhead figure, and they didn't have any other paint left over except for this ugly blue. Now, for his accessories, he does still have this. This just goes over him, and then it actually pegs in along the side. You got a little notch that sticks out right here. You just fit it in there, kind of, but again, it's just, you know, giving it the Beast Hunter's gimmick, I suppose. That just looks really kind of
derpy, if you ask me. So, I mean, honestly, this entire rubber section, I don't even waste my time with. It's just a terrible piece. And then his gun, like I said, you can take this, you can put it here, and now you have a gun. It mentions it being an axe. The only way I could think of it being an axe is if you took it off and had him hold it, but you can't really hold it because the shaft here for the missile is too small, so it doesn't fit in his hand. So I don't know how it can be an axe, but there's his weapon. Now, for his articulation, the head is on a very, very limited ball joint. And is it actually a ball joint? It's hard to tell. He does have some really nice light piping going on there. The shoulders here are on ball joints. They also angle up a little bit more. I guess it's personal preference how high you want to have his shoulders angled up, but they are on ball joints, so nice range of motion there. He rotates at the elbow around, and then he's got nice ratchet joints going forward and back. Nothing at the wrist. He rotates at the waist. You got ball joints here at the hip for full range of motion. He also rotates at the upper part of the thigh, but in doing so, if you hold it down here, you jack that up. He bends at the knee, and then the feet move back, basically. It's a wonderful looking figure. The mold on it is not really all that bad, except I knocked that loose. I do really like the mold. Some people have kind of complained because he is very thin looking, and he really is very thin. And he does have this junk here on the arms, but at least it looks better than how it was in the package. In the package, it was out like this. I'm sure some people, well, that's pinned through there, so I don't even know how you could remove that or mod it or anything. But I do like the figure. He is a very nice figure. I just really am disappointed in the paint applications on the guy. And this foot, it just really... I cannot stand his feet. The feet are just some of the most horrendous feet I've seen on a Transformer in a very, very long time. And for some reason, that doesn't look like it's laying flush. But beyond that, though, there's Smokescreen. He's a good figure. I do recommend picking him up. I am hopeful that Repro Labels will get a hold of this and really kind of fancy him up. I'm not entirely sure what they can do with this right here on the side, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of room for a sticker to actually go on it. But perhaps a red Sharpie could really kind of fix that, and that's honestly what I will probably do to it, just to really kind of fix it up. But this is a great figure. Far and away, it's a much better mold and much better figure than the ARMS Micron one. And this is a wonderful representation in terms of the molding for Smokescreen. And I do really love the figure. Don't let my nitpicks kind of dissuade you. I think his feet are ugly, but I'm absolutely thrilled to have a Smokescreen figure in my collection that isn't just a repaint with a few extra stickers. This is a wonderful, wonderful mold. Now, the worst part about this guy is transforming him back into his vehicle mode. It's absolutely horrendous to do, and I'm going to try showing it. Kind of lift this up, get those out of the way. You're going to rotate these all the way around to the front, just like so. Come around here to the legs. Go ahead and take these, fold these all the way up, and they're going to rotate all the way back onto the back section of his legs. This is all the easiest stuff to do to transform them. And then bring these together, just like so. I'll fold these down, I'm sorry. And then bring these leg halves together, just like so. Then you want to rotate his waist. And again, some of the easiest parts right here. Take this section, you're going to loosen this, rotate these up like so. And then they were outward, you just kind of bring them in and just get them out of the way. Fold this section down, rotate the head all the way down, but you have to make sure that you get this section here pushed all the way back. So take these arms and unpeg them from the inside here of his torso bit, and then kind of, this is a bit of a pain right here, getting these to come all the way down. Get these wheels out of the way, and then get that. It's just, there we go. Kind of force that down there like so, and then make sure that you keep his head, the bottom section, kind of flush here. And then bring these down, kind of take the legs, keep the legs bent down, and then just straighten this, bring these around and in, and then it's just such a fiddly mess. You have to rotate this around, kind of straighten this, rotate this around. Now, usually these are on ball joint, or these are on ball joints, so a lot of times they pop off. So you want to get it all the way down like so, and then bring it all the way down, get the wheel lined up. Such a fiddly mess. It really is. It's the most difficult aspect of this transformation. Then bring these down like so. Kind of keep that like that. All right. Pull this out. Bring these in. Now on the side here of the window, there's a little peg that goes along the side of the roof here. Kind of line that up and get that to slot in there, and then really just try to force these wheels up inside there. There you go. Then bring that together, and you can see I'm having a field day with this. It's really a pain in the butt. Do that on the other side as well. Get these wheels, and I see the ball joint popped out. This is a terrible transformation on this. It's honestly a very movie-esque kind of transformation, which a lot of people are going to hate. Get this down here, wiggle that in. Keep you're just really kind of fiddling a lot with this guy. There we go. Kind of keep these up and tab that into place. Bring these together. Let's do that. Bring that half together with that one. Bring that down. Oh, look, guys, we're kind of getting it. Oof. And then this is not lined up properly. There we go. Bring that down. Peg that in there. Keep this. There we go. That's all lined up nicely, and that is a gigantic pain in the butt. And then all you do is bring this up. that's all you do. So very simple. And then take this, fold this down, and here you have Smokescreen back in his very cool, very hip-looking race car mode. Now, despite the fact that this guy really has one of the most annoying transformations of a recent Transformer that I've gotten my hands on in a very long time, I still highly recommend picking this guy up. He really is a terrific figure and has a lot of potential built into him, much like the actual character Smokescreen. Now, whether or not we're going to get an AM version of this, which will give us a better paint job, is unknown. For the longest time, people thought that the original knockout repaint was going to be the only way they're going to be able to get a Smokescreen. So I'm absolutely thrilled that Hasbro gave us one. It's just they honestly kind of went at it almost half-hearted. They did a wonderful job on the engineering. Like I said, it really does have a very movie transformation, which could put some people off. But once they got past that, like the paint applications and everything, they just seem to completely stop. A lot of the paint applications are completely wrong or missing on this. He's got the wrong colored head bits. He's got a lot of missing applications on his chest, and his eyes are even the wrong color. They're supposed to be blue, not yellow. But despite all the problems that this particular figure has, it's still, in my opinion, the best Smokescreen that we've gotten, and is a far more reasonably priced figure than just that white repaint. This is worth picking up. Now, if you guys are interested in picking this guy up, as well as the entire second wave of deluxe figures, go ahead and click on the link down in the video description. You'll go to Big Bad Toy Store. You'll be able to pick this guy up, or as I said, the entire wave of deluxe figures from wave number 2. But beyond that, that's about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this look at the new Transformers Prime Deluxe Class Beast Hunter Smokescreen. I want to thank you for tuning in. This has been Optibotimus. Keep in touch with me. Find out recent purchases as well as all upcoming video reviews all at facebook.com/teambotimus, and follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/optibotimus. And until next time, I'll talk to you later.